Okay. Can everybody hear me okay?
Sure can, Jacqueline.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us this evening. We are here to get really excited about this year's Treats, Reads, and More program. We are welcomed by Todd Wingen from Ashton Farms and Doug Mostrom from M2. My name is Jacqueline Strazula. I am the Senior Manager of Product Programs for NYPENN Pathways, and I also have Ray Molno. He is the Director of Product Programs at NYPENN. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have a ton of people joining us this evening, which is awesome. I will ask that everybody keeps their microphone muted the entire time. If you have questions, feel free to chat, type them in the chat box, and I will be answering them as fast as I possibly can. And at the end of the evening, we will be saving a few minutes for some Q&A. And then if anybody has any lingering questions, you will be able to reach out to us at any time with those questions so we can answer them. So I'm going to pass it over to Todd to get going.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Good evening, everyone. We have a lot of great and new information to share with you tonight, and I'm going to start it off with some information about the Ashton Farms products and some new introductions that we've got for you for the program for this year. This is the high-tech production facility for Ashton Farms in Waukesha, Wisconsin. The chocolate factory is not far from there. And the key priority, I guess you would call it, for Ashton Farms is for quality production and also safe food handling. So the biggest thing is to produce the best Girl Scout products for your customers as possible. We thought it would be interesting for you as troop managers to see some of the national results and give you a little bit of an overview of this past year, which obviously was during some very challenging and difficult conditions with COVID-19. Across the board with Girl Scouts, participation was down in the fall by about 35%. And that was similar for the NYPENN Pathways area. The nut card or the in-person orders that were usually a big part of your sale were lower by about half because families were resistant and hesitant about how much in-person sales could be done and if that was a smart thing to do last year, again with the restrictions for the girls. Overall sales for Girl Scouts were down about 15%. The good news and the really exciting part of this story is that the NYPENN Pathways sales actually increased by 8%. So just a remarkable, remarkable job. And the reason or a couple of the key points behind this were that the PGA, or the per girl average, was up by 56% over 2019. So fewer girls, but the girls that were involved and were participants really rocked. Their sales were much higher on an individual basis than ever before. And the other really key point to make here is that your online Girl Delivered, which is an excellent channel and way for customers to support and girls to generate orders, was up by 259%. So really, really like to say congratulations on an outstanding performance in really outpacing the norm and the averages across the country for Girl Scouts. Now, here are some service unit really spectacular performances this past year. As you can see, our list 1 through 10, Service Unit 102 up 464%, 319 up by 410%, and on down the line. Service Unit 117 up 164%, 415, 116, 232, 431, 316. All really great. 444, Cheryl's service unit, 432, up 89%. So all almost 100% above. So if your troop is within one of these service units, congratulations. Congratulations across the board for all that really had, again, with the outstanding results that you achieved. But one suggestion here, because it's all about sharing and communicating about best practices, if you're in a troop that had a particularly good year last year, please post it in the chat and share that with others. And maybe that can be a suggestion or an idea that someone can use to cast forward to this year and carry forward the success. So looking forward, there are two key ways, as in the past, for girls to participate and customers to support: the in-person opportunity and the online. So the in-person, and we'll look at your order card and how that plays out with the selections for this year. That's when the girls are going out to family and friends and neighbors and such and generating sales with the nut order card. The online opportunity is when the girls are sharing their link to the online Girl Scout store, or of course sending out an email offer to potential customers. And there they'll be able to support by ordering not only their nuts and chocolates, but also subscribing and renewing magazine subscriptions and supporting troops in that way. Let's take a quick look back again at 2020 at your top selling products specifically. On the left-hand side are the nut order card sales along with the online girl delivered. Peanut Butter Bears right up there at #1, followed by the Owls, Clusters, Caps, and the new one last year, Peanut Butter Trail Mix. On the right-hand side, you can see your top sellers for the direct shipped opportunity. Peanut Butter Bears right up at #1. But look here, #2 is the donation sales. So the year that we were faced with, silver lining, I guess you could say, was that customers had the opportunity to order a donation item and have that support not only the troops, but also the girls. The direct shipped also took off for you, where customers can order and have the product shipped to them directly, an increase of 75% total for the NYPENN Pathways Council area. Here is your 2021 nut card. It's really an excellent selection of items, great variety and great value. With purchasing options from $6 to $10, remember, everything really makes an awesome holiday gift. With your timing and delivery happening in the middle of November, ideal for holiday gift giving, for girls to offer sales to customers for teacher gifts, or maybe bus drivers or mail carriers or a neighbor or anyone that would enjoy any of the Girl Scout products that we have to offer. In addition to the items that you saw with the 16 products on the nut card, there's also a donation opportunity again this year for customers and for girls to generate sales. Customers will make a $6 donation toward nuts to be donated to support the military through Operation Gratitude. This was a new partnership with Girl Scouts of NYPENN Pathways, but it's been a good Girl Scout connection for a number of years. They do an awesome job of receiving the products and distributing them out on behalf of Girl Scouts and customers to the military personnel. All of the donation orders count for troop proceeds and for rewards for the girls. And there's also a special patch that girls can receive for participation in the donation area, Care to Share. Your Care to Share last year was also up by 26%. We have some new products to introduce this year, as mentioned earlier. We'll always have a collectible Girl Scout tin for customers that look forward to this item every year. It will be the continuation of the Girl Scouts uniform theme. This year's tin is made in the USA, and it's a 4-sided rectangular tin, different from the past 2 years. However, we have the images of the junior uniform and the Brownie uniform from 2019 and 2020, and we've added 2 new images of a Daisy uniform and a cadet uniform. So really great collectible this year, loaded with the mint treasures, the individually wrapped delicious mint chocolates. The holiday tin this year is a very cute gift tin featuring the 2 bunnies in a holiday scene. The product will be the chocolate covered pretzels, milk chocolate covered pretzels, and again, probably is a great highlight of how important this can be for a holiday gift for customers. A new one this year to the lineup is the dark chocolate peppermint pretzels. This will be available in a very colorful gift bag, resealable gift bag. It's dark chocolate crunchy pretzels, and they're sprinkled with peppermint pieces. So again, awesome for holiday gift giving as it comes in the red gift bag. A new product this year for your lineup, especially on the nut and candy order card, is English butter toffee. Your team with Jacqueline and Ray and Sandy looked at this product knowing it was a good one and reviewed some of the statistics around the region and the country and saw that it had been very, very highly ranked on the direct shipped. So it will be now available on your Girl Scout order card, and it's a delicious handcrafted toffee made with pure butter, pure sugar, and drenched in milk chocolate in a gift box. Another new one that I predict will be a very popular one for customers is the milk chocolate caramel apples. And not only are the chocolates shaped like a caramel apple, but the center also has apple flavor. So this one will be featured on the Girl Scout store for online ordering. And another one for the online store, sweet and salty mix. Sweet and salty is the name because it's loaded with honey roasted nuts and roasted and salted nuts. And in particular, I like the extra large Virginia peanuts that are more of a extra large and bigger, but also crunchier than what you're used to in peanuts. We have honey sesame sticks, honey roasted cashews, and pretzels, all in a pop top can for the sweet and salty. Another new one that I believe is a good honorable mention here for this year in your online store, Ruby Medley. It's fun because it's a new chocolate, more well-known in other parts of the world than it is now in the US, but it's becoming more popular. Ruby cups made of ruby chocolate are made from cocoa, but they're a pinkish color, and the flavor is more of a tangy or citrusy flavor than you're used to in the other chocolates. So this one is also in a pop top can featuring almonds, dark chocolate mini cups, cherries, cranberries, and hazelnuts. Another new one on your store, nut and seed blend. Seeds are a trending up snack item, and so it's a good one to include. Excuse me while that phone rings. I'm not in my normal office, so I'm not going to be able to. Well, maybe I can hang that up. Sorry about that, gang. Anyway, nut and seed blend will have nuts and seeds and will be a 1 pound, 2 ounce product in a large resealable jar. So we're hopeful. It's a healthy option, but we think it will also be a big seller for you. So next, I'd like to talk quickly about some of the other online opportunities and options, and then Doug's going to show you more specifics about where these actual opportunities appear within the M2 operating system. So the online Girl Delivered, as you saw, went through the roof last year with a huge increase. And this is where from within the email offer that the girls send out, or from in the link that they forward out through social media to potential customers, they're given the opportunity to order directly from the girl, pay with a credit card, but not have to pay for the shipping cost. So the girls will deliver these out directly to the customers with their other products that were placed, or their orders that were placed rather, for the from the nut and candy order card. So it's a real easy way to order since it's through a credit card purchase and no shipping cost. This will, the listing of items that are available are exactly the same items that are available on the nut order card. So it's a limited list as opposed to the direct ship that we'll talk about in a minute, but of course, the benefit here for the customer is the opportunity to get the products and not pay for shipping. The online direct shipped ordering is, on the other hand, where the customer will pay with a credit card, have an expanded list to choose from, but here they need to be willing to pay for the shipping to have the product sent out directly to their home or business within about a week, 5 to 7 days. So again, customers paying with a credit card, receiving the link from an email offer or directly from the girl to their online store with the opportunity to order from a larger list. Here are some of the other items that are available on the Ashton Farms Girl Scout store. We've got almond butter cups in another milk chocolate option, some excellent mixes, including Black Forest, almond cran orange, barbecue snack, and coconut cashews are a favorite of mine. A few items that we have in a higher end, I guess you would call gift tin, would be gourmet blend, which are mixed nuts, caramel corn, jumbo cashews, and then some boxed chocolate options are mocha cups and cookies in cream, if you're not familiar with those. We have gluten-free options available for customers with an allergen or a sensitivity. 24, in fact, of the 35 total items are classified as gluten-free. You'll see the GF on the order card and on the site, so customers will know those are safe items for them to order if they have a gluten allergy. We have here posted for you the link to all of the nutritionals and ingredients, so customers and girls can see exactly what all of the ingredients are if there is another type of allergen or something like that that they need to be aware of. Now, here is your online shipping cost and chart for this year. I'm very happy to say that it's very close to the rates that you had last year. It did go up a little bit, only by about 1.5% over 2020. But with all of the inflation pressures, including fuel and packaging and transportation, we were fearful that it was going to need to be higher than that. So glad to say that it's not. And here you can see the way it's broken down as in the past. It's dependent on the size of the shopping cart or the dollar amount of the orders that the customer places online direct shipped is what will determine how much the shipping cost is for customers to have those products sent out. A little bit about the nut and candy delivery. Your service unit coordinator will get the products for your service unit. They'll be in touch with you, or however you've arranged that communication to happen will be when you should get over to them and pick up the product. The products it's not necessary for them to have been rounded up to the full case. You will receive exactly the number of items that were sold by your girls, so they can distribute those out to the families and customers, and it should be done. You'll have a form and very good reports to use, including delivery tickets from within the M2 operating system to make sure you've got all the exact products that you were to receive, both for in-person orders and for online girl delivered. Depending on where we are at the delivery time on the 16th of November through the 20th of November, there may still be some safety protocols to follow, but we can handle that as in the past. So I believe that is now it for my section here on the products. And I'm going to hand it over to Doug to take you through some of the new options and some great new stuff in your program and the simplicity and ease of the M2 system.
Well, great job, Todd, and welcome everybody. It's nice to be joining you tonight. And if you're like me, you are salivating over some of those products that Todd put up on the screen. My favorite, I think, is the caramel apples, the apple-shaped caramel apples that are apple flavored as well. Those look really, really good. Great job, Todd. It is fun to partner with Ashton Farms and the Girl Scouts because we work really well together. Todd and Ashton Farms provides great nuts and chocolate items, and the platform that I'm about to introduce to you, as well as the magazine fulfillment, is what we provide and we bring to the table to make sure that the girls have a good rounded experience on the Treats and Reads program. So without further ado, I just want to thank everybody for, if you were involved last year, thank you for your involvement last year. As Todd mentioned, unbelievable results considering all the less girls that participated last year. With girls and everything opening up a lot more this year, we look forward to growing those sales and working with you and having an even more positive year than last year. Troop leaders, parents, we get a lot of people saying, why should we participate in Treats and Reads? It's a fall program. Not even, not everybody always knows about this. So what are the benefits to participating in the Treats and Reads program during the fall? Well, first of all, girls that do participate in it, they develop their responsibility and their accountability. They become more accountable to the customers, to carrying money, to turning in the order form and all those different things. They learn technology through our system. They can learn some email marketing and how email and technology can work in the digital world. They can learn customer service, how to say please and thank you, and how to overcome rejection, because not everybody's going to order from them. They kind of get out of their comfort zone. And I think one of the things that I believe they really learn, that's most important from my perspective, is the girls develop a better self-esteem and they develop confidence when they participate in this program. We try to make it as easy as possible for them to be successful, offering unbelievably yummy Ashton Farm products and an online system that is super easy. And of course, the girls themselves, when they talk to the customers face to face, they usually get a lot of orders, and that helps develop their self-confidence and their self-esteem. Troops, what did troops do with the money? We took a survey and we asked troops for a long time, what are you doing with the money? Well, we're putting it towards camping and social engagements, badge ceremonies, sleeping under the stars, and all the different supplies that we need to have a fun camp out. We travel down to Savannah, Georgia, Washington, D.C., New York City. Some of the troops travel overseas together. So lots of really cool things are being done with the money earned during this program. It's all girl led, the girls decide, and troop leaders, please take a moment in your next meeting to make sure that the girls all understand, what are we as a troop going to do with the money that we earn during the Treats and Reads 2021 program? We asked the volunteers, we asked the troop leaders, we even asked the parents, do the troops give back? Do you know any things that the troops have done with the money to give back to the community? And what they tell us there is, well, we've adopted a family for the holidays. We use some of our proceeds to go out and buy some gifts and give it to the kids of a family that otherwise wouldn't have been able to enjoy the holidays due to some tragic event or something changing in their family life. They make dinners and they take them to the fire hall, to the police station, and serve them to the first responders, or even invite the first responders into one of their meetings to enjoy a meal with them. That is a really neat experience, and the girls understand what it's like to give back to those that are making our lives safe and taking care of us. And some troops have even told us they go ahead and jump in the van, the minivan together. They drive to a grocery store, and together they pick out customers and surprise them. As they're approaching the checkout counter, they say, you know what, today's your lucky day. We, as the Girl Scouts of NYPENN, would like to pay for everything in your cart for you. And there's really cool stories that come when the Girl Scouts do things like that, because you never know who you're going to pick on. And some people, we had one instance where a gentleman had just lost his wife a week before, and he's out grocery shopping for the first time. And the Girl Scouts down in Florida at this particular council picked him. And he's like, I was just talking to my wife through my head about, I've never been grocery shopping. Please help me. And all of a sudden, you're like angels. You showed up and tears started. It was really cool experience. So lots of fun stories, lots of fun events happen because of all the proceeds earned during the product program. The Girl Scouts of USA, what do they do with the extra money that is earned through this program? They help do things like provide financial assistance for girls that can't always afford everything. They provide volunteer support and subsidized camping and girl program. They help create, through the participation that the girls have, the ability for these girls to be able to work as a team and learn what that's like, so that they can take all of these things and all of these experiences into their adult life. So this isn't just about awesome nuts and chocolates and about magazine subscriptions, about the rewards. It's about all the stories that come from the experiences that are generated through the proceeds in this program. So please understand, you as troop leaders, even you as caregivers, you're facilitating this largest girl-led entrepreneurial program in the world. It is the biggest girl-led entrepreneurial program anywhere in the world, and you're part of this. You're assisting these girls in earning these funds that are turning into amazing girl-led adventures and service opportunities throughout the community, throughout the state, throughout, the nation. You're providing them the opportunity to share their skills with their friends outside of Girl Scouts. When they go to school, they play in the neighborhood, they go to their activities. So you're indirectly positively affecting girls that aren't even part of Girl Scouts when the Girl Scouts themselves share what they've learned indirectly or directly with their friends. And in general, you're providing them with life-changing experiences. Every time you create a new experience that generates a story, and then you share that story with as many people as you can, you're creating increase in Girl Scouts, more involvement in Girl Scouts, and thus more experiences and memories and learning. So thank you very much. We're going to have a little bit of trivia during this evening because our mascot for the year is called the Emperor Penguin. The Emperor Penguin is something that we want the girls to learn about, because what we find is the more the girls learn about the mascot of the year, the more they fall in love with it, the more they feel empowered to tell other people about what they've learned, and the more they want to participate in the program so that they can sell a lot and earn that mascot, that plush animal in the reward program. So I'm going to teach you a little bit in hopes that you will pass it along. First of all, get your fingers ready, and you're going to type in A, B, C, or D to the chat room, and we'll see how that goes. We'll give only a few seconds. Don't Google this. There's no prize. Just have fun with it. First of all, emperor penguins are used to cold temperatures for sure. How much cold can they endure? Minus 29 degrees Fahrenheit and blizzard winds of 45 miles an hour. Minus 47 degrees Fahrenheit and blizzard winds of 70 miles an hour. Minus 76 degrees below zero and blizzard winds of 124, or minus 460 degrees below zero and blizzard winds of up to 205 miles an hour. These are amazing birds, let me tell you that. So I'm seeing some B's and I'm seeing some C's primarily. Let's give it a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, congratulations, everybody that picked C. Please understand, these birds have 4 sets of feathers. They huddle together in groups of up to 5,000 penguins at a time, and they're moving position within the huddle. They go to the inside of the huddle to get warm, and then they purposely start to drift towards the outside so that their family and friends can take their spot and they themselves get warm. And they keep rotating as long as it's super duper cold so they all can survive this together. Next question. If you're a movie buff, you may very well get this. Which of the following statements is true about the emperor penguins? A, the mother penguins give birth to a live baby penguin, and the baby grows up in the father's pouch. Or B, the father penguins go fishing for baby food and bring it back to the newborn penguins that are being cared for by the mother penguin. Or C, the penguin community brings food back for the newborns while both mom and dad stay together to care for the newborn. Or D, mom penguins don't even give live birth. Instead, they lay one egg and the father attends to that egg for 2 months and doesn't eat it all until the egg hatches. Well, all the time while mom is out there hunting for food. Oh, the D's are coming in like crazy. I see a little bit of, see some B's, I see some D's. Well, let's give it 5 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Congratulations. Yes, if you're a movie buff, you already knew this. I thought we could stump a lot more people, but I haven't even seen Happy Feet, so I need to see that in order to see what you all saw. But that's true. Mom penguins give live birth, and instead, mom penguins don't give live birth. They lay one egg, and the father attends that egg for up to 2 months and doesn't eat at all during that time. So a few more interesting facts I'd like to share with you. First of all, there's approximately 500,000 or 600,000 penguins down in Antarctica. They are the largest of all penguin species, growing up to be almost 40 inches tall and almost 90 pounds. And they're very fast swimmers. I learned the other day that usually before they jump into the ocean to start swimming, one penguin is kind of like the scout. That penguin jumps in, checks around for predators, and then signals to the others, and they all start diving in and swimming around for fish. They can stay underwater for over 20 minutes and dive all the way down to 1,900 feet. That's how amazing these birds are. And they can waddle on ice or land up to 75 miles a year throughout the year, trying to get to and from their colonial nesting areas. So look at all the things you can earn. You can earn patches that are theme related. And in this program, you don't even need to sell one item to get a patch. That's right. If you look at in the middle here where it says 18 emails sent, all the girls need to do to get that patch, which has a penguin jumping out of the water and the iceberg in the background, is simply spend 7 minutes creating the online program and entering 18 email addresses of family and friends of the family. And they will automatically receive that patch because I'll tell you a little secret. The online program that we introduced last year to this program and every single council in the country used last year generated an average of $238 in sales for every single girl that spent those 7 minutes creating her online store. Creating the online store is fun, it's easy, and it's engaging, and the girls really have a good time doing it. I'll show you how to do that in a little bit, but that's why we give things away for simply just building an online store and putting the email addresses in there. We also have lots of things that you see on the order card. I'm not going to delve too far into it, but very lot of theme related items. Sell a minimum amount of magazines and get the Mag Super Seller patch. Sell $125 in total sales and get that 2021 patch and a penguin pen. And then the plush items. And let me assure you that the baby plush that you see up there, that is super duper soft. And as you can see in the picture, super duper cute. And we'll go through some other things, but I want to point out the sleeping bag because the picture doesn't do it justice. How big is the sleeping bag? I can climb in the sleeping bag. I'm 6 feet tall and weigh a little bit more than the charts say I should weigh. And I can fit in that sleeping bag just fine. So I promise you that almost every single girl that participates in this program and chooses a sleeping bag is going to be 100% fine. We also are giving away 5 giant extra large penguins that are 44 inches tall. We're going to do 5 different drawings. Drawing number 1 for the penguin, every single girl can get into this drawing if they launch their online campaign between now and October 3rd with 18 or more email addresses of family and friends of the family. And when they do that, they are entered for drawing number 1. Drawing number 2, how do you get into that? Girls who sell just 10 sweet support items. So I think that's what Todd was talking about, was the donations, right? So girls that sell 10 online donations or on paper donations will get into drawing number 2. There'll be 3 more drawings that'll be given away mid-season, just like it was last year. So 5 of those giant penguins, and believe me, that will become one of the girls' best friends if they earn one of those. Patches, I showed you a little bit of those on the order card, but they can earn these 7 patches. There's the Goal Getter patch, the Visualize patch, the Super Seller Mags patch, the Care to Share patch, and the 3 theme patches. Notice on the order card that those are separated on the order card, but when you earn all 3 of them together, look how they fit together in a really fun theme. So that is some great patches along with the personalized patch. The girls, when they build their online store, get to build an avatar that looks just like themselves and sounds like themselves. And again, that process only takes about 7 minutes. And every girl that does it or did it last year generated an average of $238 in sales. So also part of the online experience is not only do they get to build an avatar that looks like themselves, but they get to build the patch that they get to earn. Their name will be at the top and they can choose their background. They can have the icebreaker in the background, or they can have the research dome in the background. They can be in the uniform or the outfit that they dressed their avatar in initially when they built the online store, or for the patch purpose, they can have a green snowsuit or a pink snowsuit. And all they need to do to earn this patch, this is super easy, is launch their online program with 18 or more email addresses. Again, about a 7-minute activity, and then reach a total of $300 in total sales. That's online sales, that's order card sales together. Remember that number, $238 from last year? That was just online sales for every girl that built their online program. Add the order cards to it, and almost every single girl will be able to earn this. This is really fun, and it gets mailed directly to the girl's house. She designs the patch right online during the registration process, puts in her mailing address, and the patch will come to her house after she's earned it. It goes into production and then gets sent through the mail directly to her. There's a second avatar patch the girls can earn this year with their avatar on it. This is called the Cookie Crossover Patch. We want to support the cookie program as well, which is, again, another reason to participate in the fall, because the two programs work in great synchronicity with each other. So how do they earn the Cookie Crossover Patch? Simply by, in the fall, spending those 7 minutes to create the online program with 18 or more email addresses entered into the registration process. Then they've qualified and met the criteria for fall. At the end of fall, our system will send those girls that met the criteria an email, congratulating them for their participation and thanking them for their participation in the Treats and Reads program. We'll put a picture of this patch in the email and then tell them all they need to do to earn the patch is enter 18 emails into the digital online order card for the cookie program and sell a total of only 60 packages. So that is how easy it is to get the second avatar patch by participating in the fall program. Todd touched on the donations, the Care to Share donations from the Ashton Farms nuts and chocolate side of things, but there's another way that customers can donate, and this is donating online only. When they're in the magazine storefront for the girls, on the left-hand side, there's a whole list of different titles and categories of magazine subscriptions that they can start to shop from. Down towards the bottom, it says online donations. When they click on that, for only $20, they can donate a magazine subscription, which will go to the council, and the council will then distribute those to the local hospitals. Now, please understand, local children's hospitals, I believe. Please understand that our system this year does not calculate those towards the Care to Share patch, but it is an opportunity for the girls to get credit for a magazine sale, get credit for a total sale of $20, and have that sale go towards rewards. So it's another opportunity for customers to donate and help out others. So the troop proceeds this year, let me explain what the troop proceeds are. First of all, it's one of the highest in the country, I'm pleased to announce. Troops with a PGA total of between $1 and $274 will earn 15% on all sales. After the troop gets up over $275 in total PGA for the girls selling for that troop, it automatically jumps up to 20% of all sales. Now, the troops that are juniors and higher, they can receive a bonus for opting out of the rewards, but they must have a PGA of $275 of girls selling in order to qualify for an extra 5% of total sales. So theoretically, girls that are troops of juniors and higher can get all the way up to 25% of in proceeds. So 25% of all total sales are given back to the troop in proceeds. That by far is the highest in the entire country. So there's there's two main ways to participate. One is by using the order card and talking to customers face to face, offering them those yummy nuts and chocolates. The other is to spend 7 minutes online to create your online store. And then once you've created your online store, we have the ability to, from your dashboard on your online store, share your storefronts via social media. And this year, we've added another way to share, and that is via texting. So I will go over all of those. The platform you are about to see has 3 dimensions to it. One, we built one dimension to make sure that the customers have a great experience. We built another dimension, that's the girl experience, so that the girl in only 7 minutes can have a fun experience building an online store. It's very easy, it's very quick, and it's engaging and fun for the girl. She can spend as much time on her dashboard after she's built her store, seeing her results, sharing her storefronts, seeing more about the avatars and her friends' avatars. I'll show you all of that. And then for all the troop leaders and the service unit leaders and the council, we tried to make this as simple as possible for them and have the system do a lot of the work that we used to do we used to do ourselves by counting orders and collecting money and tallying everything. Now the system does all of that so that the volunteers can spend more meaningful time with the girls doing things that the girls would love to do. So we tried to build a system in those 3 dimensions. When we talk about the customers, The customers, as Todd mentioned, can use their credit card. They have two different choices, and those choices are built into our system where the customer gets to say, the nuts and chocolates that I'm about to buy, I can save shipping and have the girl deliver those items to me after the program is over, or I can choose to use my credit card, pay for the shipping, and have my items show up 5 to 7 days after I've ordered it, so I can start enjoying those products. I'll save the girls a trip, I'll still be supportive, and I get yummy nuts and chocolates delivered right to my door shortly after my purchase is made. We also have built into the system a one-click renewal system for the magazine subscriptions. So customers last year that ordered magazine subscriptions, and there were a lot of them, this year will have the opportunity through one click of the button, renew all of their magazine orders. We will automatically populate their shopping cart with the titles that they bought last year and all the shipping information for those magazine subscriptions into their shopping cart so they can have a very streamlined shopping experience and thus want to come back next year when the girl asks them for support again. So lots of really neat things built in the system for the customer. The customers, you've heard me mention, the girl can build her storefront in 7 minutes by put in 18 or more email addresses in order to meet certain prize and patch criteria. Well, the emails that leave the system, they're created by the system, not by the girl. All the girl has to do is provide the email addresses. And let me stop right here and make sure everybody understands. First of all, we as a company, we do not sell the email addresses. They will never, ever be sold. We have a contract with Girl Scouts. We only use those email addresses for this program. At the end of the year, we purge all the email addresses that were not used or did not result in an order, but we retain, for the girls' benefit, the email addresses for next year that did result in an order. Now, the system generates the email on behalf of the girl, sends it to the customers, and it looks like what you see here on the right-hand side. It has the girl's avatar. It addresses the potential customer by name, and it talks about the girl's story, why she's doing it, what her goal is, and what her true plans to do with the money. We even have links to the girls' magazine storefront and her nut and chocolate storefront for the customers to easily click on to move forward. And there's one more link I want to point out in this, because the girl during the registration process can add her voice to the avatar, and that voice and that avatar can deliver a message directly to her potential customers, and the customers can hear that. They can simply click on this link, or when the girls share their link of their storefront, there's another opportunity for the customers to click there to watch the avatar talking directly to the customer in the girl's voice. Last year, very important statistic, girls who added the voice to the avatar sold 50% more than the girls that didn't add their voice to the avatar. It's that powerful. It helps convert potential customers into customers by 50% more than if the girls did not add their voice to the avatar. When the customers click on the links for the storefronts, the magazine storefront shows up or the nut and chocolate storefront shows up, depending on the link they chose. But please notice that we built the system to help convert potential customers into customers by placing the girl's avatar front and center on that storefront, along with her progress bar and her story underneath. Again, what Girl Scouting means to her, why she's, what her goal is, and what her true plans to do with the money. I want to point out one item. That's the progress bar next to the storefront. Please encourage the girls to become more responsible and accountable during this program and watch their progress, because they're going to set their goals, and that progress bar will show how close they are to 100% and 150%. Now, most girls, they're going to reach their goal in the first weekend. Imagine what happens when a potential customer comes to her storefront and they see that she's already reached 100%. They are less likely to buy as many items as they would have if she has not yet met her goal. So I'll show you how the girl can easily go in with one click of the button and increase her goal and monitor that. But make sure she's always reaching for higher levels. If she set her goal at $300 and she met it in the first weekend or is getting close to it, ask her to go in and put it at $450 or $500, $600. Don't do $1 million, because that's a little bit out of reach, because customers like knowing that they are being supportive of the girl and that their purchase is being helpful to them reaching their goal. Now, the customers, when they start shopping on the Ashton Farms for the Ashton Farms nut and chocolate items, they're given the choice right away before they start selecting their items. And this is the window that pops up asking the customer, would you like the products delivered to you by the girl at the end of the program and you don't have to pay any shipping? Or do you prefer getting those items sooner and you don't mind paying for shipping? Last year, tons and tons of customers paid for the shipping option. And oh yeah, is it more expensive than Amazon? Absolutely. But like Todd said, it is very reasonable when you're considering all the other inflationary items that we're paying for on a daily basis and in our daily lives right now. So it is very affordable when you consider everything else that's going on. And the customer gets those items sooner and then obviously gets to enjoy a much, as Todd mentioned, much broader group of selections that come up when the customer decides to pay for shipping. So that's what happens, and the customer selects that and then starts their shipping. So let's have a little bit of a trivia break. Get those fingers ready, all right? Girls, this is going to be a guess because I have not told you this answer yet. Girls who participate in the online portion of the fall product program a second year in a row generate an average of how much more in online sales over the previous year without doing anything more than the same 7 minutes that they did the previous year of building their online store. Take your guess. Is it 13%, 28%, 66%, or 97%? I see a lot of 28%. I see a lot of 66%. Let's give it 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
Good.
2.
That's what we call a clue syllable. When you have one vowel followed by a consonant, it's clues. You can sound it out. That's when you have the vowel sound, like a, apple, laugh. Okay, that's your
Could
first
somebody
pattern.
please kindly mute themselves? Thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. So I'll reveal the answer, and the answer is 66%. Why does that happen? The girl doesn't do anything more in year number 2 than they did in year number 1, because I did mention that we do hold over the email addresses. So when the girl gets, it's a 4-step process of creating your online store. And step number 4 in the process is simply putting in the email addresses. When the girls get to that 4th step, if they participated last year, all of the email addresses that resulted in at least one order last year are already waiting for her. So if she needs 18 email addresses this year and she got 15 customers last year, all she needs to do is put in 3 more and she's reached the 18 minimum email addresses. Plus the customers have that one-click renewal system, and they enjoyed a great experience last year, shopping wise and product wise. And so they're even more apt to continue to be supportive. So 66% more in sales for girls that, on average, that participate a second year in a row. Okay, you don't type in a letter, you got to type in an animal here. Which Antarctic animal is most hunted by the polar bear? It's kind of a sad story. I know what you're thinking. Kind of a sad thing, but the girls need to learn this. So I see a lot of penguins. I see a lot of seals. We're thinking to ourselves, well, what else is down there? A lot of penguins. Let's give it another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. The Arctic fox. Well, let me tell you, first of all, there are no polar bears in Antarctica. All of them are up in the Arctic, as is the Arctic fox. But so that's a good news. Of course, the penguins do have their own predators, but they're not polar bears. That was a fun little thing so that people could, and look at all of us. Oh, snap, so tricky. That's right. Well, you know what? I just wanted to have a little bit of fun. But what it does is it proves to you that the girls can learn something at a very young age that we don't even know. And we didn't know until just now. There are no polar bears down there. So the sooner we teach the girls this, you know what they're going to do? They're going to trick their friends and they're going to have fun with this. And then they're going to want to earn that penguin. So the online experience for the girls, let's talk about this, because as I mentioned, it's a 7-minute process. They get to create an avatar that looks like themselves and sounds like themselves. And it all starts on September 28th. That's the day, starting at midnight or 12:01 on September 28th. Anybody can go, any of the girls can go into the system with their parents and go to gsnutsandmags.com/gsNYPENN to get started. They don't need to get an email to get started. They can simply go right to the URL. And when they do, they're going to land on this landing page over here. This landing page is when they start for the first time this year, where they will click on register. Now, also understand if there are any Spanish-speaking families, at the top, there'll be a button where they can convert the entire website into Spanish with one click of the button. But the girls' parents will register for the first time. When they click the register button, our system will ask them to verify their zip code first, just to confirm that they are in the right council's website. Second of all, we'll ask for the parent's first name, last name, email address, and for the parents to create an email or a password. The email and that password is what they will use to log in throughout the program. Then we get to the first of the 4 steps. Step number 1 is very simple, takes a few seconds. What's your troop number? What is your name? Do you have a nickname? And then tell us what Girl Scouting means to you, what your goal is, and what your troop plans to do with the money. Again, troop leaders that are on tonight, please have that discussion as soon as possible so that the girls will know what they've chosen and they can tell the customers, because the more we tell the customers, the more the customers are likely to make a purchase. Then we go on to step number 2. That first step took a couple seconds. Step number 2 is really fun, where we get to build our avatar. I will show you this process. Remember, it's only step number 2, where the girls create their avatar and have a great time doing it. And they make the avatar sound like themselves. All of that I'll show you in a live setting shortly. Step number 3, then, if they want to, they can customize their site even more. They can upload a photo of themselves or they can upload a video of themselves promoting this program, asking for support in a fun, some of them might do a jingle, some of them might just do a speech, and videotape themselves and then upload that video into the system. On step number 3, on the right-hand side, you'll see it right here. We put a picture of what the patch looks like. And then above the patch, we put the criteria that I pointed out before, which I believe, if I remember correctly, is building your online storefront with 18 or more email addresses, and then reaching, what was it, $300 in total sales. It's that simple. So why do we put that in step number 3? Because in step number 4, it's where they put the email addresses in. And that's the last step of the program. After they put the email addresses in, they launch their program, and our system has their storefront ready to go immediately after they click launch my program. After they launch their program, our system will pop up a window on the screen asking them to share their storefront. They can share their storefront on Facebook, Twitter, or via text messaging. Last year, just to give you an idea of how important it is to share your storefront to get more sales, 27% of all of our sales came from adults that clicked on a link that they saw on the girls' parents' Facebook pages. Now that we've added the ability for the girls to share that link via text messaging, we expect that to be even more powerful and that number to go from 27% even higher this year. After they've shared their storefront, now they can start, or they skip that process. They can skip that process if they want to, but we highly recommend that they do share the storefront. And they share it every single day, because the more times they share it, the more success they'll have. But they will start to, every time they log in after that, they will be able to manage from their dashboard. Now the dashboard is where I'm going to switch screens here and bring it right up for you to see. So this is a picture of a dashboard. Now we're in a demo mode here just for the training purposes, but I want to point out what you can do from the dashboard. First of all, the girl's avatar, you can change the photo. You can update your avatar at any time. Right underneath that is a link that says update Girl Scout details. Remember, I told you that the girl's status bar appears on the storefronts right next to her avatar for the customers to see. And there is the goal. So if she set her goal at $100 and she reached that within the first few hours, she can change it to $400 and then click update. That's how easy it is to update that. By the way, on here, you can update your nickname. You can update what your troop's going to do with the funds. And you can even, if you want to, I don't know why anybody would want to do this, but our system will automatically send the girls an email every time somebody makes a purchase. So they can get excited about it and see how much they did. They can pick up the phone and call them and say, thank you for supporting me. And we also send them a weekly summary of all of their sales. If they want to, they can opt out of those emails and turn those off, and the emails will stop coming. So that's something you can do when you update your Girl Scout details. Parents with more than one daughter in Girl Scouts, after they build the storefront for the first daughter, they can click on the +1 and build another storefront for the other daughter, and then manage those Girl Scouts in that second link where all the girls will show up in the family, and then they can simply click and toggle back and forth between dashboards of their daughters. All of the paper order sales. So when the girls are out collecting orders face to face with the order card, they are asked to put all of their order card sales into the system. By clicking on Manage Paper Orders, this page will open up and they can simply type in how many items they've sold total. So if they sell 5, let's just say they sell 5 of each of the items in the first weekend, as an example, and then they go out the next weekend and they sell 5 more, they can come back in here and change all the 5s to a 10 and then simply click update. When they click update, it will automatically reflect in the rewards that they've earned, in their total sales and all the proceeds and all of the reporting as well. So encourage the girls to be responsible and enter their paper orders right into the dashboard after they're done selling for the day. And that it will always be a running total of their total sales sold. They can click on the email icon and see all of the different email addresses they put into the system when they first registered. They can see a dot next to each of those email addresses and then look down at the bottom and see what those email addresses mean. Was the email opened? Was it not opened? Was it sent? If it turned blue, the customer bought something from them, and they can go to the reports and see what that customer bought. Or they can simply pick up the phone and call grandma or aunts or uncles or whoever made that purchase. On this page is also an important feature. The girls have the ability to turn off for potential customers, the ability for that customer to order products to be delivered to them by the girl herself. When would you ever why would you ever turn that off? Well, first of all, I'd be very cautious in turning that off because girls that leave it on will sell a lot more than girls that turn it off. But we might have an aunt and uncle up in Alaska that never come down to New York. We never go up to Alaska. So how in the world will I ever get the products up to them? So I'm not going to allow my aunt and uncle to deliver products unless, or to order products where me, the girl, would have to deliver to them, unless my aunt and uncle are the generous type, and they're the ones that always will support me. And if they wanted to, they might even say, hey, look, I bought a bunch of items for you. I did it so I could save shipping. You're going to get those products, and guess what? Enjoy them. Put them in the pantry in your own kitchen so you and the family can enjoy them. So be careful of turning this off because you just never know the intentions. If you do receive an order that was girl delivery and you don't want to deliver it, you can always call our customer service and we can cancel that order at any time. And at any time you can add more contacts. This is the page that comes up in the 4th step of the registration process where you put in email addresses one by one. Watch how easy it is to simply click on an icon related to your email platform. I use Outlook. Our system will go in and grab all the email addresses in your computer and display them on your screen. And you have the choice of which ones to put in. You can select all of them, deselect some of them, and then with one click of the button, add 323 emails addresses into the system. And an email will go out to all 323 people asking them to be supportive. I promise you, the more emails you put in, the more sales the girls will get. The girls can see a report of all of their sales. They can break it out by magazine sales only. Who bought items shipped directly to their home? Who did I put in? Or what orders did I put into the system through the Manage Paper Orders feature? And then who bought online girl delivered nuts? So I can always be looking at there. If I see a name in there or I don't know who the person is and I'm not going to deliver to that person, you can again call customer service and that order can be canceled. So be careful of turning the feature off. Every report that you get as a troop leader, the girls get, can be printed, downloaded, or emailed as well.
Oh, I'll eat them. Yeah, they're actually looking good.
You mean this?
Okay. The girls can even be more successful by taking advantage of two different features. One is the personalized door hangers, and the other, when they click on it, business cards. Our system automatically builds a business card with their avatar and the code that customers can type in when they go to the URL so that they can start buying items and have it credited right to the girl. So those business cards are huge when the girls print them out, cut them up, and carry around a stack of cards to hand out to different adults at activities, at school, at the dentist office, so forth and so on, to even to neighbors. They can build their personalized patch. Look at the interactive system. They can put their first name at the top, their nickname at the top, or their initials at the top. They can choose between the icebreaker or the research dome. They can stay in their uniform or also switch to a pink snowsuit or a green snowsuit. And once they're done creating the patch to look the way they want it, they can lock it in and then simply put their mailing address into the system. When they do put it in the system, they save that information and then it's all ready to go. Our system knows right when they earn it that it should go into production and get mailed directly to that address. No patches will go into production if we don't have the girl's mailing address. Building the avatar. If any of you did this last year, this is exactly what step 2 looks like in the process of creating your online store. You can have all sorts of different features. Now, if you did this last year, all the same features are still here, plus a lot more. You can make the face look exactly like yours. You can have the eye color, the facial features, including masks, freckles, braces, all of those. We have a bunch of new hairstyles, hair colors, hair highlights, body features. You can even have a wheelchair that girls that are in a wheelchair can choose from. But I wanted to point out that we have 300% more uniform choices this year. Girl Scouts USA, starting with this, decided to allow us to have more uniform choices because they're endorsing more modern outfits for the girls to be able to dress up in for the Girl Scouts. So all of these features are available in the system, even from the bottoms, from shorts and skirts to sweatpants and cargo pants and all sorts of different choices on the bottoms. And we even added the penguin slippers this year to the whole host of different shoe choices that the girls can select when they're building their avatar. And then you might want to even dress up your avatar a little bit more by having some accessories. I always like the glasses. Now, let me show you how easy it is to add your voice to the avatar. If you click record now and you allow the system to access the microphone in your computer, we provide a sample script, or the girls can go ahead and create their own script. When they're ready to record, all they do is hit the record button. Don't be nervous, because if you don't record it the first time correctly, you can always re-record it. Hi, my name is Mandy, and I'm a Girl Scout at Girl Scouts of NYPENN. We're trying to raise enough money to get to Washington, D.C. to tour the White House. Will you please support us by buying the yummy nuts and chocolates or renewing all of your magazine subscriptions through the links in the email that I sent you? Thank you very much for all of your support. So something like that, the girls can go ahead and record their voice, and then our system will show the girls what the customers will see. Hi, my name is Mandy, and I'm a Girl Scout at Girl Scouts of NYPENN. We're trying to raise enough money to get to Washington, D.C. to tour the White House. Will you please support us? Now, remember, girls that add their voice to the avatar will sell 50% more on average than the girls that don't. So it's a really, really neat way for them to be able to build their avatar. So we'll go backwards. I'll tell you a few more features. Troop leaders, this is really important. The girls have an avatar room where they can see all the digital rewards that our system rewarded the girl for doing things that we know will help them be more successful, putting in the email addresses, sharing their storefronts. All these different question marks are what the girls can click on to see what digital rewards and what they need to do to earn those rewards. But there's also a troop photo in there that shows all the avatars of the girls in their troop, as well as your avatar, troop leaders. The girls come here an average of 4 different times throughout the sale to see the updated troop photo. You can utilize this in your meetings. Well, what a lot of troop leaders tell us they do is they print this out before every weekly meeting and they show the girls. And sometimes not all the girls are on it on the first week. And the girls that aren't on it ask, how do I do that? Well, guess what? All you need to do is go home, take this information and build in 7 minutes your online storefront. And then next week, when I bring back the troop photo, your avatar will be on there. Please, all girls, do this, because maybe the troop leader says, I'll print out a final one, I'll laminate it, I'll make it a poster, and I'll give it all to you at the end of the program. So lots of different ways to utilize the troop photo and enjoy the troop photo, and understand all the physical rewards are on the back of the order card, but they reside live and are managed all on the system. All the rewards, now these aren't the rewards, this is just, again, a sample site, but the girls will be able to see all of the rewards, the criteria it takes to earn it. And if they reach a level where there's a choice for a reward, we'll put the earned banner over the rewards and then give them a choice through radio buttons to select it. And our system will remind them, hey, you've reached a level where there's a choice. Please go in and make your choice today. Lastly, I want to point out the sharing. Sharing is very, very important in overall success. Girls that are really successful in this program share their storefront every single day on their parents' Facebook page, via the Twitter feed, or this year via text messaging. And all you got to do is click on share my site to be able to do that. So I will now get back to the PowerPoint and we'll finish up tonight's training really quickly by moving forward and talking. Oh, there's the door hangers. Remember, I said the girls have 2 different ways to promote their program even more. One is by printing out the business cards. The other is by printing out door hangers. The deadline for getting the orders into the system from your order card is October 25th. Troop leaders, if any of the families or girls do not enter their orders into the system by October 25th, we built in another day or so you can help those families get those orders in. But please encourage all the girls and the parents to enter their orders into the system no later than October 25th. Everybody has reports on their dashboard. You have a link on your dashboard. The girls have a link on their dashboard for reports. The reporting is second to none, and you can get any type of information you need by doing that. So I'm going to kind of ask the caregivers to stay on, but I'm just going to spend just a couple minutes and talk to the volunteers, the troop leaders, really quickly. Then I'll come back for everybody. Troop leaders, just please understand, you've already gotten an email from the system. You got it back on September 21st, yesterday, inviting you into the system for the very first time so that you can start getting in there and seeing all the girls that are uploaded into the system. If you haven't done it already, or if you haven't seen your email in your inbox, just check your spam, check your junk folders, because it could be there. But when you open it up, you'll click on the link to get into the system. Once you're in the system, troop leaders, you get to create your own avatar as well using adult features. And you'll watch about a 7-minute video explaining to you all the links on your dashboard and how to utilize those in a very easy way. The messaging system, the delivery tickets, the paper order entries, all those different features that are available to you to help you out, help you manage your own troop. That video will remain as a link on your dashboard. So if you forget how to use anything, feel free just to click on the troop training video. After that, we ask you to activate the parent guardian email blast. The parent guardian email blast, with one click of the button, can be activated. And what it does is it authorizes us to send an email on your behalf to all the parents in your troop. That email will go out to all the caregivers and parents on the first day of the program, introducing the program, reminding them that it started, and providing them a link so that when they click on it, they get to that registration page I showed you, where the girls and the parents click register and then go to the 4-step process that only will take 7 minutes or so. The parent guardian email blast is so important because parents want to know what's going on, and this gives them an opportunity to maybe learn something that the girls didn't tell them when they came home from the last meeting. How many of us ask our kids, how was it tonight? Oh, it was great. What did you do? Oh, nothing. And then they go do their own thing. We as parents, we know that happened. We used to do it as kids ourselves. Well, the parent guardian email that goes from the troop leader to the parents on the day 1 of the program helps the parents better understand what's going on in Girl Scouts and gives them an opportunity to help get their daughters started. 74% of all the parents last year open up that email. The rewards, as I mentioned, are all in the system and managed by the girls through their dashboards. And delivery tickets for those rewards after the program is over will become available to the troop leaders to print out so that when the rewards come to you, you can go ahead and sort them out by girl. Those delivery tickets will show up on your dashboard on Thursday, November 11th. And Troop Leaders, you can activate or you can enjoy using a system and a feature called Troop Banking and Payments. It's a link on your dashboard. You can see at any time all of the sales from your troops or from your troop, their gross sales, the total paid by customers online, how much proceeds your troop has already earned to that time. And you can also enjoy the benefit of our online tracking system, where you can keep track of all of the girl payments. So when parents and girls give you money for the order card sales, you can keep it all together in the system by clicking on Add a Girl Scout Payment. We provide you a drop-down menu showing you all the girls in your troop. Then you can simply type in how much you were paid, the date you were paid, were you paid by Venmo, cash, checks, and any notes that you want to make about that payment. And the reporting, we've talked about that. The delivery tickets, you can print delivery tickets by girl or by troop with financials on it, without financials on it, for rewards, for products, all of that. The product delivery tickets will also show up on Thursday, October 28th as well. So last trivia questions, or first of all, just a trivia information for this slide. Girls who add their voice to the avatar generated 50% more in sales last year than girls that did not add their voice to the avatar. 27% of all of our sales came from customers last year that clicked on the link that they saw on the girls' parents' Facebook page. And girls, they go to, through their dashboard, they go to that avatar room and click on the troop photo an average of 4 times throughout the entire program. That troop photo is very, very important. Here's a question for you. I didn't give you this statistic, so take a guess. Put your answer in the chat. Troop leaders who activate the parent guardian email blast in the system average how much more in sales last year than troop leaders who did not activate the parent guardian email blast? 20%, 40%, 85%, or 100%, do you think? 40%, 85%, 100%. The rest are 85s, 40s. All right, let's give it about 5 seconds. Type in your answer, A, B, C, or D. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Actually, our statistics prove that the troop leaders that activated this generated 100% more in sales. And it makes sense because a lot of parents don't know this is going on. So that email is super important just to keep the parents in the know. Parents appreciate it. Parents are looking for emails coming from the troop leader and an easy way to be able to help their daughter. And the link that we provide in there provides that. I did give you the answers to this. So everybody, if I haven't put you to sleep yet, here's an easy one for you. Every girl last year who launched her online campaign generated an average of how much in sales? Look at that. You know what? I take this as a compliment. I didn't put you to sleep. You guys were great. You listened to it. I won't even waste your time. $238 in sales. I will tell you, this system is only 8 years old. And again, every council in the entire country used this system last year. 8 years ago, that number was $80. And every single year over the last 8 years, it's gone up and was at $238 last year. We fully expect it to continue to go up and maybe reach over $250 this year. So the volunteers, troop leaders, you get to earn your own patch. You've created your avatar because you're donating your time. You're really doing great things by helping these girls have a great experience in Girl Scouts. So we want to reward you as well, or give you the opportunity to earn this. So you get to create your own patch, you get to design your own patch, and then if you've activated the parent guardian email blast, you've met one of the 2 criteria. The other one is simply get up to $1,500 in total sales. That is not hard. That's online sales, and that is order card sales. That is less than the actual troop average from last year. So should be very easy for every one of you to be able to earn that patch, and we hope you enjoy it and wear it proudly, because the girls will notice that you earned one and they'll say, you have one of those, I want one of those. And then they'll participate as well. Important dates for everybody, caregivers and troop leaders. The program starts in just a few short days. September 28th is when it begins. And October 25th is the day that we ask all the parents and the girls to get their orders into the system that you just saw. October 26th, troop leaders, you've got one extra day to help any parents and girls get their paper orders into the system. And then your service unit manager will be able to have one extra day to help you and the parents and the girls get any final paper orders into the system. All online order taking will end on November 9th. Now, the girl delivery order taking and the girl delivery order taking ends on October 25th, but the direct shipped and the magazine order taking will continue all the way to November 9th. And the ACH will come out of the troop account or be put into the troop account on November 16th. And then the product will be delivered to the service units between the 16th and the 20th, and then distributed to the troops, who then distribute obviously to the girls, who then get it right in those customers' hands and create lots of smiles and lots of pleased pallets as well. So thank you for taking time, allowing me to be part of your evening tonight. Please understand that we have an absolutely wonderful customer service team. If you have any questions with the online system, your browser, your passwords, questions about magazines or nuts or chocolates or rewards or dates or anything like that, take a picture of this. You can fill out an online inquiry at support.gsnutsandmags.com, or you can call our team directly at 1-800-372-8520. And they are a full team waiting in a big building in Ohio for your calls to come in. And they want your calls to come in because it's called job security. No calls come in. They're like the Maytag man. They just sit there and do nothing, and then they aren't needed for the next year. But please feel free to call our team, have a conversation with them. They will be pleased to help you with anything that you have. So thank you very much. We look forward to your continued support of this Treats and Reads program. Look forward to rising up with you for another successful year here in 2021 as we all open up and start to enjoy a little bit more of our flexibility and ability to be out in public. So thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, you guys. This was wonderful. A ton of information. Yes, this was recorded. We will share this on our YouTube channel. It does take some time to upload the video because it is a very long video, but it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. So you could rewatch it, you could fast forward, you could, however you need to do it just to get the information. Doug, I do have a quick question. I have three questions for you, actually.
Okay.
Kaylee had a question about, can girls omit a name on their patch if they don't want the name, or is it a required thing that has to be filled in?
Well, the only three choices are to have your first name, your nickname, or your initials. There is not a choice, a drop-down choice for having no name.
Okay, that's good. I think a nickname and initials are good. And then we had two people say that two troop leaders say that they could not watch the video when they first logged in. Did you have any issues on your end? Do you have any issues, technical issues on your end, or could it have been more of a just a connection issue with them getting to watch that video?
You know, the video could be a result of bandwidth and wherever you were at, possibly. It could be a browser issue. If anybody is using Internet Explorer, by the way, throw it away. Download Chrome or download something else because Internet Explorer isn't even supported anymore. I don't know what the issue is, but that is exactly what our team is for, because they'll even help people download a new browser and get it installed on their own computers. So they're so helpful with anything technically speaking. Help them.
Okay, one more question on my end is, can you just go over the number of emails that M2 sends out if a customer does not purchase?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the system is set up, and these are really important. Great questions. We get these every year. Every email reminder does result in significant sales. So the girl registers, and on the day that she registers, the first email goes out to all of her customers, introducing the program and the opportunity for them to support her. If they do not make a purchase, 6 days later, another email goes out reminding the potential customers that the program is still going on and that there is still the opportunity to support them. If they still didn't make a purchase, another email will go out 6 days later. And then there will be a last email 3 days before the end of the program saying, hey, there's still one more opportunity. To give you an idea, 50% of all the sales come in from email number 1, 25 from email number 2, 15% from email number 3. And then those of us that are procrastinators, that last email really does generate, oh my gosh, I almost forgot to do that, 10% of the overall sales.
Okay, so we do have a quick question about booth sales. We are just trying to be very cautious about booth sales for this season. Troops are able to do booth sales within their local community. We are asking that nobody attempts to approach the malls or Walmarts or any of those council-sponsored cookie booth locations. Many of those locations do only allow us to sell it one time a year, and we do like to save those for the cookie program. So if you would like to do a booth sale, it is entirely up to your troop to decide to do that. And think small, think locally, think within your service unit, like a church holiday bazaar or some type of neighborhood type gathering situation. So keep it small, keep it local, a local mom and pop shop if you'd like, but just I would again stay away from any council sponsored location. We have about 2 more minutes and then we're going to call it quits for tonight because it is approaching 8:30 and I want to get everybody some time before the kids get ready for bed and such. So any other questions?
Jacqueline, we have one that they want to know when they would be able to do these booth sales.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry, my phone's acting up and my computer's acting up. So we have a question. Somebody wanted to know when they would actually be able to do the booth sales with nuts and candy. So what time frame?
So the product arrives the week of November 16th. And we just can't have anybody selling when the cookies program starts. So as long as they're done selling, in December, then that should be okay. I'll work with my team and we'll give like final details because there will have to be a second ACH date for that. So I will we'll send that information out in an upcoming e-blast. All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, I thank everybody for joining us this evening. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night and weekend. And we're going to rock this program. We did so good last year. I just know that we're going to do really well this year. The rewards are amazing with that penguin experience. We've never had an experience like that before for the fall program. I think it's just going to be a really good program with the new product that Todd has to offer and the new features of the website. I think it's just going to be a wonderful program. So thank you so much, everybody, and have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Good luck.